いとも言ってたよ。俺たちどこにいても仲間だから。お
What if none of this ever happened? What if Gon and Killua never met? How would this affect the story and our characters? I'm gonna answer those questions, so let's get started. The easiest way for Gon and Killua not meeting is Killua not taking the hunter exams. Killua took the hunter exams to both run away and rebel against his family. So it's not a stretch to say he finds another way to rebel/run away. The first phase is the race. Gon would keep pace with Kurapika and Leodio, and it leads to him getting his ass kicked by Hisoka a lot sooner. The cooking phase is the exact same, and Trick Tower is a wild card. The group could easily get eliminated from either a lack of members or not having someone as strong as Killua clutch the win for them. But it's also just as likely that they open a different trapdoor and get easier challenges. The fourth phase doesn't change, and the final exam wouldn't be cancelled by Killua killing a participant. Leodio would either beat Bodoro or beat the father character after him, and the rest of the matches will play out the same. So, once the matches are concluded, the group will decide to come back together in Yorknew before splitting up. So, none of this ever happens. This leads to the main group being a lot physically weaker because of not training to open the door. And since Killua never meets Gon, he never gets a chance to abandon the assassin lifestyle. Aluka doesn't leave the basement, and Kaluto never joins the troop, unless the brother he is looking for is Phaeton. Without the Zoldyck arc, Gon goes straight home to Whale Island to show Mito his hunter license. He learns about the box that Jing left him, but without Nen he can't open it. After a month or so of dicking around, he is met by Wing, who is sent to teach Gon Nen. Gon will ask Wing about the box Jing left him, and with Wing he will both open the box and learn about Greed Island. Wing will tell Gon about the Hunter website, but since Gon doesn't have 20 million, he can't get in. Gon also wouldn't go to Heaven's Arena, so he would never return the badge to Hisoka. But his knowledge of Nen would be better, as he doesn't waste 2 months healing, but would still be weaker overall. Leodio will get extra time to study for med school, and Kurapika will either train or spend the time gathering more info. Now let's move on to the next arc. The first parts of the arc play out the exact same. Kurapika will kill Evolgan, the troop will perform the Requiem, and Gon and Leodio will arm wrestle for money. But this time Gon would lose to Shizuku in his arm wrestling match, and also without the money from Heaven's Arena, Gon has to loan his license a lot sooner in order to get the funds to buy Greed Island. Things start to fall apart once Gon starts tailing the troop, as this time he doesn't escape. Leodio and Kurapika will start panicking before getting a text from Hisoka saying both Gon and the troop are alive. Since Gon doesn't escape, Kurapika doesn't learn about Pakunora's ability to read memories. Things get worse as the troop will kill Squala in secret and learn about Kurapika's identity. And since Machi believes Gon has a connection to the chain user, Chrollo will ask Pakunora to scan Gon's memories after giving him a description of Kurapika, and they will get even more intel from this. So far, Gon has been able to survive mainly from Nobunaga vouching for him, and now his potential as a hostage. Kurapika will ask Hisoka about where Gon is being held, and Hisoka will oblige as he's trying to escalate the conflict to find a chance to fight Chrollo. The troop will probably march around Yorknew with Gon as bait in hope of drawing out Kurapika, and 9 out of 10 times the series will end here as Kurapika can't control his anger around the troop and would either charge their base or charge the troop like he did in the original version. Upon seeing Kurapika get cut down, Gon would start to freak out and would either get subdued immediately or get killed. However, if Kurapika is able to stay calm, the strategy of a distraction before chaining Chrollo is still available, and the rest of the arc would play out the same. And now Greed Island starts. In Greed Island, Gon will still train with Bisky, and the biggest difference is that she will devote more time to improving Gon's physical abilities, as they are lacking more. The biggest issue Gon will face is finding someone to replace Killua for the dodgeball match. Everyone else besides Genthru and Greed Island are garbage Nen users, and Gon would never work with Genthru. Also, Killua is the only one who can set the ball for Gon, and have the Nen control to make this strategy work. While looking for people to help against Razor, they end up running into Hisoka, and this is where Gon will finally return the badge to Hisoka and challenge him. He does a lot better than in the original version, but ultimately still gets his ass kicked. Hisoka will still be willing to help out against Razor, and the only way I can see them winning is if Bisky uses her buff form a lot earlier, and fills the void left by Killua. If they win, they will face off with Genthru. Gon will still want his 1v1 with him, and Bisky will take on his two buddies. Both Bisky and Gon win their fight, and successfully complete Great Island. And since Gon will use Magnetic Force this time, he should be sent to Jing and finally meet his dad. They will have their conversation and the series will come to an end. If you're still watching, you probably noticed that the direction of the series did not change at all with Killua's absence. Instead, Gon has a lot harder time during his journey, and has to rely on the people around him a lot more to get by. This video basically describes what Killua meant in this scene.
お前は勝手にどんどん前に行って尻拭いは全部俺
Gon will decide where the group goes, and Killua will be the one doing all the small things to make sure it actually happens. For the world of HunterxHunter as a whole, the Chimera Ants will still be killed by Netero's nuke, and the invasion squad will replace Gon and Killua with Kite, as he doesn't die in this scenario. Manga spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Without Gon almost dying, Leodio never meets the Zodiacs, and Kurapika never takes part in the Dark Continent expedition, as he never learns that Teza, whatever, has the last Scarlet Eyes. Gon in the manga will still ask Jing about taking part in the DC expedition, as this time he still has his Nen. Jing will probably still say no, but when has that ever stopped Gon? If Gon does go to NGL and participate in the Chimera Ant invasion, he'll die. Brutally. Not much more I can say. There are far too many scenarios where he'd die here without Killua. So yeah, that's all I have for this video today. If you liked it, please consider subscribing, and have a great rest of your day.